This is Phoenix Raceway, or better known as ISM in late years. We're going to try again to introduce the co-host of the Busch booth, aka Mr. Alex Van Evie. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing amazing. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm pretty good.
I'm doing fantastic.
Nice.
I'm good. Great.
Oh, Alex, what can
Hi.
you tell us about ISM or Phoenix?
Tires fall off quick.
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's about it. When I was making the tips and tricks video here on Sunday, the best setup I could come up with, I was able to go about 20 to 21 laps, and you still have 2 extra laps of fuel.
Right.
And it was challenging with it's a challenging track, and let alone saving tires is not even begin to scratch the surface here. So I'm thinking the pit window is going to be between 18 to 24 laps every run.
That's a good call.
So we are going to do 2 pace laps tonight. During the first stage, we are going to also have a silent lap on lap 13 for the 13 soldiers that have passed on or killed in the line of duty. And the second pace lap, we have bring in Alex Van Hebe's younger brother, Jacob Van Hebe, to talk about it. So go ahead, Jacob.
Alright, well, last year, on my birthday, it'll be this Friday, September 3rd, one of my best friend's dad passed away at our local dirt track. So, I asked Jay if we could have one lap to a silence, and he said he can do that. So, I appreciate everybody racing tonight to keep it nice and quiet.
So during those 2 pace laps, it will be silent. The only one speaking will be race control. Then also lap 13 will also be a very silent lap in memory. So also I want to introduce the vice president of the WRL and I don't even know what to call you, Mike, for the Busch series. The captain, maybe?
No, I mean, I'm there to. I mean, the only way you can really call a race and to help the guys and for them to, be able to race around each other is to have someone in there. That's why you see me a lot of the times. I'm not, once I get it's only the 4th race, I believe, of the
5th.
series, or 5th race, excuse me. I mean, the guys that obviously, from what I hear congratulations to, one of the newest member, one of the newest members was U.S. Trek when he pulled off that win last week. So definitely I gotta give him a holler out. But no, I mean I'm there to guide the guys and to try to work them into communicating their lines and to doing. I mean, there's still a lot. It's still a lot of cars on that track in Phoenix, and Phoenix is not so easy to get around. So as long as everybody contains that patience and just works together. And it's kind of funny because when you say teamwork, well, it's racing. Well, guess what? To get to the end, you got to take that teamwork, whether you like it or not. That's the only way to get to the end and make sure that you're a car that has a chance to win.
Absolutely. So, Mike, what can you tell us about Phoenix itself, within the track itself? I know Alex, he mentioned tire wear, and he mentioned that, it's tires don't last here.
Oh, no, I agree. Actually, I ran a practice a couple days ago with a teammate practice, and he's really right. We ran a full stent of what the race should be, and the tires are going to be very, very worn. If you try to run in a fuel, you'll definitely won't be able to run a full fuel run on those tires.
For sure.
So,
yeah.
So I mean, you're definitely going to be able to get away with maybe at the very end of the race, after all those after the first 2 stages, you manage to, save some fuel and save some of this because it's going to be built up some because you're not going to burn it all off, So it could be come down to a fuel mileage race. It's going to come down to patience. It's going to come down to see, you know, how many guys apron you run an apron. It also adds a full. If you watch your tire wear, it will take away. You know, it will burn your tires by using that apron. So, but it is the fast way around the track.
Absolutely, I do agree with that. Speaking of using that bottom lane, you know, something I mentioned in the tips and tricks video, is you can use the outside lane here, and that did towards the middle of the run. I put the car up there, and I showed that you can save tire up there. So if someone's committed through 3/4, if not the whole run, you might be able to save and run the full 24 laps of fuel.
Oh, that's possible actually, because of the fact being is that I tried that too because of I was wondering, you know, can you run the high side of, you know, here at Phoenix, the new it's not the new configuration, but I mean I'm so used to that, you know, the old configuration of Phoenix. Remember, I had that little dog leg with that, you know, sticking out. You couldn't really get to be able to run that high side. Now with the new configuration, after like what 3-4 years now, the new setup, you know, it's kind of changed that little. It's changed the whole dynamic of how Phoenix really is, and it's just it's brutal. It's, you know, if it runs like it with temperature wise or heat, you know, especially in, you know, when they do race down there, because I spent a lot of time down there. It's, you know, you're gonna have to just watch yourself and, you know, take your time. And that's what it's gonna take because of, you know, me. This is what I'll run when I first got my tires nice and, you know, they're brand new, this and that. I'll be able to run the bottom side, but you'll see each lap after like 2 laps of the bottom to get my positions of what I can hold. Then I'll start moving up and up and up, and you know what I mean. Just because of, you know, it's going to come to a set. You watch. You because of you not using your full fuel run, you could almost save almost a lap and a half to 2 laps of fuel just that way alone.
Yeah.
So when you do push that final stop, you push it as far as you can go, so you can go in and just grab like a half a can and be out.
Yep.
You know.
And it's like you were saying, Jade. You like when you can run that high side after, you know, couple laps. It's almost like there's a traction compound like they do in reality, but it's not in the game.
Yeah.
It's like you can go to that high side when there's no banking, and you can save tires like no tomorrow.
Yeah. You know, someone new we haven't talked to yet this season in pre-race is Game Nerd. He came in. He's running a part-time schedule. Not able to finish a lot of the races, but showing up for the start of them, so we can get them points, and maybe later in the season, maybe make a run at playoffs. But so Game Nerd, this is your first time in pre-race. What's your thoughts about Phoenix?
Honestly, one thing that's going to be very essential is being able to get those Xfinity cars to be able to turn the center. One thing that I oftentimes experience, even in the Cup cars, is once the tires start to get worn, if you try and run 2 tires on that apron and 2 tires just on the regular surface, the car won't turn, it'll just slide. And obviously that's not what you want. So the Xfinity cars may remedy the issue of if you run 2 tires on the apron and 2 tires on the track, you won't get so loose, but instead the car will just go straight. You'll have no grip whatsoever. So that'll be one thing. Whether you have a short run car and you pick a looser slider bar, or if you run a tighter slider bar and predict for the long run, and that'll also depend on how well drivers are able to handle going on the apron and going 3 and 4 wide. That is a very lethal thing to do in these races. People get very aggressive towards the end of the race, and once they try and use that apron, that can lead to some very unnecessary wrecks. So one thing tonight will be toning down the aggression and pretty much just managing your tires, honestly.
And he's right. I mean, that's what it's going to take too in the very end, because of, you know, in the Busch series, the Cup guys, I kind of go over this a lot, is that, you know, the Cup guys have been with each other for a while. They know how they drive. All these Busch guys, or some of these guys are just, you know, racing with each other for the first time. Some have been with them to the start of the season. You know what I mean? And that's where that pace, I guess it's not a teamwork kind of thing. It's more like cooperation. So, you know, to know that, okay, listen, if I go down on that, hit that apron, just like Game was saying, and then someone definitely is going to get a good bite coming through the center. then you're going up on the high side. You know, you're gonna have to know. Okay, listen, maybe this ain't a good idea, and back out of it, or as I said, like some people do when they get anxious, is let's put it to the floor and see if it holds. So. Well, it's a lot of dynamics when it comes here because of, as I said, the diversity of driver skills and this and that in the Xfinity series. So that's why it's a teaching series, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I do also want to run through points here before I have you go break it off, Mike, into the Discord party.
Yes, I found my headphones.
Oh, nice. So, overall points, Peyton Larson's leading the way with 193, Nate Apple Jr. 179, Scorpius for Life 169, tied with Do the Do at 169, Annette 20 at 157, Mercy Smoke 139, Goose at 111, Jacob Van Heavey 110, Taylor Gonslide 107, Vibin at 100, Emily Van Heave at 99, Murdy Party at 97, Tex Pelt 96, Garrett Skylar Cook 94, Sam Haskey 88, Game Nerd 87, Dawson Belter 85, Mike Senior 84, The Future 83, Nate Schultz 69, Damon Contos 52, James Biltz 52, Eric Terra 51, Allensville 40, Christian Schoberg 31, Dave Marks Jr. 24, Dunk, which would be 22, and Josh Whitmire, 19. I just want to say we've had 38 drivers that have logged a race in the Busch Series. At least one race in the Busch Series this season. So
that's not an easy. I mean, that's a lot of drivers and a lot of work by a lot of these guys, and they deserve everything because of. Before I had to take some time off, a little bit of time off here to get some things squared away.
mm-hmm.
They did what they were supposed to do. They ran races. It was good. It was, yeah. So they're there. They just got to, now we're getting later into the season. Time's working in. They're getting used to each other. So a lot of these guys are. And, yeah, I predict that, now I just got to get some things worked out. And we'll get these guys. And, yeah. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. But, all right, buddy. Hey, actually, I'm going to bounce out so I can go take care of driver,
What's the pace
driver
lap?
stuff.
All right, well, want to wish both of you good luck in the race tonight and best of luck. And Mike, I'll jump in there in a second.
Thank you.
So I can listen.
Yeah, because actually that, and you can just add what you got to add. How's that? I'll just
Sounds
cover
good.
The basics, and you add the special stuff that you need to.
Sounds good. Well, I want to wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you.
Yep,
Absolutely.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck,
And
guys.
I'd like to
Thank
say
you guys
something
very
else
much.
before we get off,
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. It's just going to be us in here.
if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Just to let everybody know that is watching, Steve is in a hospital, probably watching the race tonight. We like to hope that he can come home tomorrow around 12, 1 o'clock. Just hoping for the best and hoping that, whatever happened with him at home, he gets better and gets well rested so he can be here tomorrow for pre-race.
Absolutely.
Fingers crossed, and we're thinking of you, Steve.
Absolutely, buddy. We're always thinking of you, Steve. Missed you and y'all.
Keep you in our hopes and prayers.
Yep. All right. Well, that wraps up pre-race. So, Alex, it's good to have you back.
Yes, it is.
It's very good to have you back in the booth with me. As always, it was a fun time without you, but it's better with you here. So, for hot seating tonight from the Cup Series coming down to the Busch, we got Matt Martin in the 44 for Fatal Motorsports, Anthony Camerata in the 18 for D4C Racing, and Anthony Trippi running the 13 for the unowned team we have left in the Busch. It's going to be a great night racing, I think, for everybody. I'm going to jump in Discord real quick, run through the pace laps. If you want to talk about a few things, Alex, you're more than welcome to. Keep the viewers
You got it,
entertained.
man. I can do that.
All right, buddy. I'll leave it to you.
All right. Are you in here, Game Nerd?
I am still here, yes.
Nice. So, do you have any picks tonight for tonight's race?
I mean, obviously, I think any person that's coming down from Cup, I know this is not always true, but I mean, they're automatically the favorites. They have more experience.
Right.
With a lot of rookies, including myself, coming through to Phoenix, we don't have as much experience. The Cup veterans can come down and capitalize on that. So, any of the Cup guys tonight that are coming down to the Busch, I think they are completely the favorites. They're going to be used to the tire wear, and they're going to be used to what lines they can run once tires go down. And unlike some people in the Busch series, they aren't used to that yet, and they might just push their cars as hard as they'll go until they blow tires and realize they shouldn't have done that.
I couldn't agree more. I think a lot of the Cup guys, since they're more experienced, like you said, are really keeping an eye on their tire wear tonight just to see what they can change or accomplish for tonight's race, leading them into tomorrow's night's race. I think, like you said, when you race nothing but Xfinity in this series, I feel like you probably don't pay attention to tire wear because usually you don't have to pit.
The first
stage. Yep. True. Yeah, that's true too. Just depends on the caution. When the cautions come out, I think it's just gonna. It's gonna be strategy if it's a green flag run, depending on when you take tires and how far in the back you are to try to come forward and push your car and use those tires to gain position.
All about that, about them tires and that pit strategy.
Yep. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
I think if an Xfinity guy is going to beat the Cup people tonight, it's going to have to be off of pit strategy. That's probably going to be what the race winning move is. Someone's going to either is going to stretch as far as they can, they're going to make it, or they're going to pit a couple laps earlier and they're going to push as hard as they can, and they're just going to have to save their tires. Or who knows, we might see a 2-tire stop. I doubt we could see that at Phoenix with such a tire wear track, but you never know. Because
well, we'll have to wait and see. But if they do have a 2-tire strategy and it works, say one of the Cup guys try it out, maybe it might lead into tomorrow night's race. Maybe it might work out there. You just never know.
Hey, Game Nerd, make sure you hop in Discord at least so you can hear everybody.
Hey, that is a great idea. I'm going to do that now.
Alright, bud. We'll go ahead and do that. And if you want to stay in here as well, you can be our in-car reporter for the night.
I don't know. Like, if I'm in the Discord, I can't be in the PlayStation at the same time.
Okay, then don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Then you just go over to Discord and we'll talk to you later, bud.
Alright, you too.
So, we're back at it again, Alex.
Yep, just me and you, buddy.
So are you ready for tomorrow night?
I am ready. I love Phoenix. I don't know why that is.
Mm-hmm.
I just have I don't know, just every car that I jump into at Phoenix, the car just feels right. If that makes any sense. Like, just some tracks you struggle at, and some tracks the car just feels right.
I hear you on that. Phoenix is one of those tracks that this is actually my first Cup win last season.
I do remember that.
Yeah, that was a race.
That was like what? That was like a last lap pass.
That was
coming to the end.
Yep, that was a last lap pass coming to the end.
Wasn't it? It was between you and Tony, wasn't it? If I'm not, I might be wrong, but that's what I think. It was between you and Tony.
I think it. what it was we had like 4 or 5 green wet checkers at the end,
That's true. We did.
and somebody went to go past me, and I think Tony got underneath them, and they both ended up in the wall. Then Jacob your brother was coming after me at the end. And going
That
in,
is right. The last, like, what? It came to the white flag?
we took the white flag, got to turn, I guess that'd be what, turn 1 now? And
Yep.
he said he was gonna full send or no send, and the caution came out, and all I saw was a pro Trump train coming at me. I was a little afraid, but the caution came out, and I took the win at Phoenix. It was definitely not how I wanted to win the race, but I'll take it as a win.
Yep, the win is a win. Take it any way you can. Because you never know when you're going to get another one.
Exactly. You've been chasing that for, what, 2 years now?
Yep, 2 years. I've
2
come
years.
close. I think the highest I've got is second or third.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm. So, this track is definitely an interesting thing, and the only thing I do enjoy about our league is that we don't follow the typical schedule. We kind of make our own thing. Of course, we have like the West Coast swing,
Yeah.
but we also do like the Bristol double points race. Bristol's the only track we go to twice this season. One because
And go ahead.
one because of the double points race that we do, which I think is going to be a staple of the season every year.
Yep.
I think it's a great way to end the season. Do the night race at Bristol, double points. A great way to end the season. Then there is then going back there for the round of 8 cutoff. With us doing an abbreviated season this year, we missed out on tracks like Kansas. We don't go to... What other track don't we go to this year? That we've gone to last year. Kansas might be... Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's Kansas.
I think Kansas is the only track we don't go to.
Because we go to Kentucky.
Kentucky, we don't go to Kentucky this year. I don't think we went there last year.
I don't think we went to Kentucky last year either.
No. Kentucky was a hard track in this game, and it just didn't make the schedule twice. Who else? Where else do we go? Yeah, but other than that, I think that's the only tracks we don't go to. Because we are going to Pocono this year. We're going into playoffs. Yeah, but we are going to Pocono. We are going to Sonoma.
We go to Indy.
Go to Indy, both of them.
Charlotte. We go to Charlotte both races, right?
I believe
the
yes.
Roval and the
Let
Oval.
Let me run through the schedule here. All right, we can join in on qualifying. Ooh, wrong controller. I hit the wrong one. I use my white one when I'm in the booth. I hit the red one. I'm gonna hop on over here to the notifications real quick. We've got 16 drivers in the race tonight.
It's gonna be a doozy.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna go through schedule here. So for the Busch cars, after tonight, next week is Texas. Then we go to Iowa, then the Roval at Indy, Michigan, then Charlotte, in the Bristol double points race. Playoffs open at Watkins Glen. Round of 12 consists of the Glen, Talladega, and Pocono. The round of 8 consists of Road America, Bristol, and Martinsville.
Martinsville is going to be a close race.
Oh, yes, it is. Then if we flip to the Cup, we open at the Glen. Oh, wait. Blah, blah, blah. Check that. Next week will be Texas, then Iowa, then we have the Indy doubleheader starting with the Roval, then going to the Oval. Continuing on with Michigan, Charlotte, the double points race at Bristol. Race 13 is the opening at the Glen for the round of 12, Talladega, Pocono. Round of 8, Sonoma, Bristol, Martinsville. Then both championship races will be at Homestead, Miami.
Nice.
So, that's going to be very interesting.
It is. It's going to be a very interesting as it gets close to the end. I think the points are going to be so close.
Mm-hmm. Now, this season we are doing the with the elimination style playoffs. It's going to be. It just brings a different feel to the playoffs. It makes it more, you can't have that cushion going towards the end of the season like I had. Going into Atlanta, then having connection issues.
Yep.
But I still had I think it was 8 points going into Homestead.
I think it was 8 or 10 points.
Yeah, and then coming to 2 to go with coming to 2 to go with the big accident that happened towards the end of the race that sent Jarrett Reese down pit road. It allowed me to race for the win because Keith was coming, Charlie Irwin was coming, and I didn't want to battle them. I didn't want to wreck. And with him being taken out of the equation, it was alright, I can now, no matter where I finish up here, I can finish the race. I could battle for the win, and that gave the show. That allowed us to put on a show between the three of us, and it was a nice little finish to the big alliance between D4C and Fatal. So it was a nice little, because we finished 1, 2, 3, and
that was the first ever too, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yep. It's the first time D4C and Fatal finished 1, 2, 3 together. So, but it was nice. That was a nice little finish to the storyline between D4C and Fatal, and we're still good friends to this day. But we don't share setup information anymore like we used to back in the day. On pole is Larson. Your points a leader at 26-8. Look at him go. Alright, I'm going to back out of there so they can get it all set up and ready to go. So, 26-8, that's pretty good for a Busch car. Oh. How do you feel about what can the drivers do to try to save tires? I know we talked about going to the high lane, but what else can they do?
Entry. If you enter the corner, turn 1 and turn 3, and your car kicks out, that wears your right front and your right rear a bunch. So if you can keep the car pointing into the corner without it sliding, that's probably the best way around this track without wearing your tires down super fast. My opinion.
Yeah.
So like if I was in the race tonight and my car kicked out just a little bit, you can bet your rear end that I would not do that again the next lap.
Yeah, right.
Even though I can hear in the back of my mind Steve saying, just throw it in there, just throw it in there, see what she's got, see what she's got. But that's just my opinion. Now I have a question for you for tonight's race.
We can join. So let's join
Alright.
before we get the questions rolling. All right. Well, what we are going to we're going to be quiet during the pace laps. Just
It's to quiet the 2 pace laps and then lap 13 as well,
Yep.
correct?
Yep. They will announce lap 13 for us.
And a reminder for everyone watching, the first lap is for the soldiers who have passed, and the second lap is for Jacob's, my brother's friend's dad, who passed away a year ago, coming up Friday.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We're going to start. And they are green here at ISM. Or Phoenix. There you go. We're going to watch
Whatever
the 50.
you prefer.
Whatever you prefer. The 54 with a monstrous lead going to turn 1. There's Scorpius in the 22.
There's 3 wide in the back.
Taylor gone
As they exit
slide.
2.
Taylor gone sliding up the 4th. Right behind Tex Pelt in the 20.
Oh, looks like Mercy got in a lot of the 18s around. You say green?
Still green. There's Matt Martin in the 44 for Fatal Motorsports. Tony Flyers, heavy damage on that 18. He splits that car with Charlie Irwin, owner of D4C Racing. There's the 66 of Game Nerd. There's Jacob Van Heeve making a pass on the 10. Mercy Smoke. There's Samster. Sam Haskew in the 11 for Fatal. Mike Sr. running for his own team, Hurlbut Motorsports. Our Smoke, a.k.a. Jacob Williams for the 10 in Fatal. Contact with the 47. Slip the track there.
Looked like he got a little tight as he exit too.
Yep. There's Emily Van Heavey running the 90 for her father, Steve Rogers. And there's her leader, Peyton Larson, running away with it.
He's got about a 3-second gap on second place, which is Scout or Scorpius.
$16 laps left in the first stage, coming to 15. Do you think they're going to be able to make it on tires?
I do. I actually think they will make it on tires. It'll be close, but they should be able to make it on tires, depending on how hard they've pushed these opening laps.
Well, the issue is right now, the leader's Peyton Larson. He's known for staying out, saving tires, saving fuel. He's not the fastest guy, but he is the tactician of the Busch series. And he just always seems to find a way to make it work. With him leading, I don't know if he's saving.
I think he's going all out right now. Just trying to increase that gap.
He's got 20 points over Nate Apple Jr. and a win. No, he doesn't even have a win yet.
No, he don't have a win yet.
Does not have a win yet. And it looks like here comes the 98, getting ever so close in the turns.
Yeah. And what about Casey? I mean, this is his debut race. And
I
he's
know.
up to third.
Running third, he's got skill. Great replacement for the 5 for Hurlbut Motorsports. Made that move on Scorpius. Oh, Scorpius in the wall.
Oh, yep, Scorpius got a little squirrely as he entered one there.
And back up front, here comes the 98. Do you think the 98's pushing to get to 54? Or do you think the 54's let off to try to let them tires roll?
I think he's pushing. Especially how he's closed the gap on Larson here. I think he's not saving his tires at all right now. Especially if he's going below that yellow line right there. I know there's a ton of grip there now. Well, once these tires start to wear off ever so slightly, their grip's going to fall off.
Oh, look at the pass! Looking for the pass on the inside! Look, all the way!
They're still touching as they go down through the dog leg.
Holy God, man! The whole way down to the pit road exit, the 54 will retake the lead coming onto the backstretch.
And then here comes Casey jumping into the picture.
And so's Scorpius.
Casey and Scorpius, yep.
Oh,
Can them two find themselves up there in the top for battling for the lead?
Silent lap 13. There was some contact made between the 54 and the 5, or 54 and the 98. But
and Casey's back up into second now. Now I'll see if he's saving his tires or if he's going to reel in Larson.
Yeah. Well, you see the 2 car for Stranded Motorsports. Well, their team owner is running the 13. How about that? Not even running for his own team, man.
Just out here making laps.
Absolutely. 7 laps left to go. Can the 54 hold off the 5 and the 22?
I don't know. I think his tires are definitely wearing off compared to Casey and Scorpius. Because look how close they are now.
Yep.
And now Larson's wasn't using that bottom line earlier in the race. He's starting to use it now.
You have to almost to really get that run.
Right. You got to get that drive
22 is going to be the inside of the 5 going into the turn here. That's really going to cause the 5 to slide up.
And then he reeled in the 54 like that.
Here they go. Side by side. Oh, contact. Oh, he hit the
Hit the
wall.
wall.
He hit the wall. New leader 5 car.
And he hit the wall entering 3.
Oh,
He
man.
got 2. And that's another thing, though, too, is you've never used that line before during the race, and then when you go down there, you just never know what's going to happen and how your car is going to react.
Yep. It's alright, though. Look who's creeping into the picture. The owner of Stranded Motorsports, the 13 of Anthony Trippi.
And he's sticking with them, too. He ain't going away.
See, the thing with that team that he's running for, that team's owned by the WRL. It doesn't have an owner. So those cars are prepared every week by the league to send out to the drivers. Now there are 2 other cars in that run for that team, which Gamer Nerd, and the other number is, I cannot remember off the top of my head. Give me 1 second to look at my notes. The 61 and the 66
are also owned by WRL, correct?
Yes, they are. Yep, that is the team. The 13, the 61, and the 66. They are owned by the WRL. You know, there's Taylor going slide, and his slid back to 2 to go. Pit road is closed. Can Casey hold them off?
Battle.
Looks like the 50. Go ahead.
With the charging 22 and 13 and 54 right behind them, closing in.
Oh, the 54 moves up to 22.
A little contact.
That's going to open the door for the 13. Diving 3
wide.
wide. The whole way to the wall.
Last lap of stage 1. There were 3 wide entering 1.
Oh, there goes the 54. The crossover.
No, is he going to hold?
He held it. Oh, no.
They touch. They touch.
The 5 of Casey is going to win his first stage in the WRL and the season playoff point for the 5.
Wow. Great stage. That was We didn't have a single caution.
No. That was an awesome first stage for these guys.
Awesome first stage. I'm interested to see what the second stage is going to bring with as good the first stage was. Now, for those of you watching, don't forget to comment your favorite driver. Anything you have, any questions, I'm sure Jade will answer at the end of the race.
What? Sorry, I was listening to them real quick there.
Talking to the viewers.
Okay. The 5, the 22, the 54, the 13, and the 98.
Wow.
22 is going to take over the lead.
Well, 22, Scorpius, and Larson take over the front spots.
What you want to do is get real low here. You get as
low as you can.
Get way low. The 54 is going to maybe take the lead on the out. Nope, he's got to let off, not to hit the wall. That's going to open the door for the...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Oh, contact with the 20 and the 54.
Yeah.
Teammates for D4C Racing.
13 looks the inside of Casey. Can Casey hold him off as they enter 1?
Look at the 54 drive it way down in there trying to make it stick.
Oh,
Oh,
he touches the 13, which hit Casey.
Contact with the
straight, though.
13. Look at the 5 trying to really get it in there. And the 22 going to try to take it more an outline approach. You see the 98 and the 54 go way down. They're 3 wide back there.
They are 3 wide. They're still 3 wide.
Oh boy.
Well, Mercy hit the inner wall as they entered 3. Bunched the field back up.
That stinks. There's the 10 of Mercy Smoke. See the damage on his car from battling his teammate, and the 11 touched him.
They're still battling on the backstretch.
There's the 54 of Peyton Larson. Trying to make his way back up to the front, the 98. The 98's got to be careful because that is his team motor. He's about to rough up. Oh, 13 slid way up out of the way.
Mercy into Trump.
Oh.
This car got a little too tight there.
There's a 98. Going down way down with his teammate. Look at this. Nice battle for the lead.
Yeah, the top 6 look like they're under a blanket here.
Oh, the 5's really trying to get underneath them.
Yeah, he's really trying to get underneath the 22.
The 98, the 13, the 54, way down low, trying to get past each other. It's funny, you watch that group of cars back there. They're like a freight train going through the bottom of turn 3.
Oh, they are.
One of them hits the wall. It's going to be everybody wrecking. Oh, the 5 cut off the 98.
Wow. And you see how close he got, and he takes the lead.
The 98's still underneath him.
So close.
98's still there, looking for the lead himself.
Is he going to try to do a slide job here?
Oh, he's looking for it. He's looking.
Trying.
He can't get her done. New leader 5 car. Five got way out wide. Here comes both the Stranded Motorsports cars. This is one of those tracks where draft doesn't matter all that much. So
it's all about consistency.
They can't really work together to try to get around this 5. The 13, though, look, their team owner's coming too.
I don't know, that 5's starting to like that middle lane. I think he found his own little groove there entering 1 and 2.
The 22 goes out wide. Looks like he's really trying to let his tires don't heat up as much. The 98, though, trying to make that inside lane work. He's going to burn his rubber up.
Yeah,
but
see if he can get any. See if they're side by side on the back stretch.
He's going to
What's going to happen as they enter 3?
Well, he's not going to clear.
Side.
He's not going to clear him.
Using every inch of the track.
You got to, though. Oh, crossover. 13!
Crossover.
Here he comes!
And the 5 takes the lead back.
The 5 retakes the lead. Here comes the 98, though, crossover. Here comes the 13. The 22's going to just give a little tap to his team owner in the 13. 98's back underneath him. Way down low, trying the slider. He got it! He got it!
Got the slider to work.
Look at him
go. 13 is coming in.
Woo! Look at the run the 22's got. Oh, 13 in the wall. The 5's pushing the 98. Here comes the 22.
Pushing him.
Whoo! Oh my gosh.
3 wide for the lead. Oh, jeez.
They're coming to 6 to go, and they're racing like this is the last lap of the race. Man, look at the
Exactly.
13 way down low. He's going to slide
5
up in front of the
5
5.
is gonna try to make it 3 wide for the lead.
Oh, dear God. Look at him go. There goes the 13 way down low. He's got to really get up
5
there.
follows. 22 is diving under the 5.
Oh, boy.
We got a 3 wide battle for third.
Coming to 5.
Can the 13 hold off the 5? That is the question.
Mm-hmm. Well, when they start
that's
racing
in the
again,
back
here
of his
comes
mind.
everybody else.
Yep.
I'm very interested to see if this 13 can hold off this pack of cars.
Because they are on a tear right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 13 keeps it down low. Is he going to have a good exit?
Well, the 98's trying to get back to the 5 again.
Slide job, not going to get it done.
No, too far back.
Yep.
That 5's going to have to let off, though, a little bit, not to hit the wall this late in the run with their tires.
Yep.
And the 98's still there. Oh, the 13 hits the wall
The 13
again!
hits the wall, gets loose.
There's a lot of damage on that 13 car now.
capitalize?
The 98's still
98.
looking. He's still looking.
Can he complete the slide job now?
Nope.
5 with the crossover?
Nope.
Nope, not going to get it done.
Okay. Coming to 3. Can the 98 catch his team owner?
Looks like he might. Oh, cut him off huge as they exit. 4.
Mm-hmm. The 98 getting underneath him.
I bet you the 5 is loving the action he sees up front right now. Hoping that one of them make a mistake.
Oh.
I
He's
thought
looking.
the 98 was going to get into him. They're 3 wide. Well, they were 3 wide.
Yeah. The 98 back off a little bit. Oh, Strand's going to take it way low. That's not going to be
He's gonna
good.
come up. Nope. The 5 and the 98 are going to have a huge run.
Yep,
coming
there's the
off the
98
two here.
underneath him. Can the 98 pass him this time by? Come on, baby. Oh, Strand's going to really try to overcompensate. The 98 is going to get in front of him.
Can he get it?
That's the stage. The
Did he
98
get
got
it?
him.
Wow.
The 98 got him.
Crazy second stage finish.
What a race. Caution free up into this point. They are putting on a clinic here. Clinic. Whew.
The
We're really
top
coming.
6 literally were battling for the first position.
Absolutely.
Up until the end of the second stage.
That's awesome.
My mind is blown. My mind is blown.
$53 laps to go here. Green flag pitting, hopefully, is going to be a thing.
It's all going to come down to strategy, strategy, strategy. And who can save their tires coming to the end.
Mm-hmm. $52 laps. 98's really getting that run. Here comes his team into the 13. Oh, the 20 into the wall
20 on
hard.
the wall. bunches up the field. We got a four-wide battle. Exiting 3, or exiting 2. Still 3 wide, still 3 wide.
51. You know, you think about the playoffs and how everything's looking in this race. Do you look at, you know, a lot of these high runners? We haven't had the same people run up front every race.
I could agree to that.
So,
And there's been different leaders in each track.
50. You know, we're watching this 98 right now really kind of not gap the field, but slowly pull away.
But even though he's pulling away, is he saving his tires doing so?
Now this is where you come into this and think, you know, what can we do these last 49 laps and try to off-sequence yourself from everybody else? Do you play the low game and do like, we know for a fact that we can get do you plan 15 laps a run, and then the last stint's a short one? Do you plan the 18 laps? Do you plan for 20? You know, that's what these drivers are thinking about right now as they're getting ready. You know, they just took 48. You know, that's kind of like what you do. You know, do you plan for this? A lot of these drivers, they aren't used to these green flag runs. They aren't used.
This is true.
They aren't used to this. They aren't used to the short track. It's a big hit from the 5 on the 13. Whoo, baby, Casey. Casey's making himself known.
He gave him a shot going into 3.
That was something else. 5 looking on the outside of the 13, taking 46 to go. You know, what can they do here? You know, you got guys like Marty Party, who really doesn't run towards the front, who's learning. You have, you know, Goose, who won last week, but needs to run the remainder of the races to be eligible for playoffs. You got
Correct.
Matt Martin, Cup driver, coming down, getting practice for tomorrow night. You got Tony Flyers getting practice for tomorrow night. You got Game Yard running the part-time schedule. Trump Train running the full-time schedule for KAI. You know, you got these drivers who don't normally win all the time, who don't run well all the time.
And now you see him up here battling in the top 10.
Exactly.
It just goes to show the work you put in each and every week, wanting to be that new guy or that new kid on the block. Showing everyone, I have what it takes, I can get the job done. What can you do differently to try and compete with me?
Wrecking out the back.
Looks like the 20 and the 10 got into it there. Heavy damage to both of those cars.
Oh, big damage to the 17 and the 18.
And the 78 of Goose even has damage on his front.
8. Oh, Trump Train's got some damage on him. There's Sam Haskew. Oh, the 10 hit the wall.
How bad did he hit the wall there?
He got damage. 78's going to come to pit road. Should get some of that damage, maybe go off sequence a little bit here.
Let's see what all these other cars in the back do. Looks like they stay out.
The 5 and the 13.
They're still battling for that second position. They've been battling for at least 15, 20 laps now.
The 20 of Nat 20's got some damage on him.
Well, he's got heavy right front damage on the nose of that car.
Marty Party tried going down to the bottom and it just kicked out on him. Oh, too low of an entry for the 89 of Marty Party.
Trump's in the pits.
Yep, there's
Doing some green flag pit stops.
Matt Martin for Fatal Motorsports driving. Trump train coming out. Sam.
And look at that, the 5 reeled in the 98 of Taylor gone sliding.
Has he really?
Yes.
Well, look at that. He's still got some distance back to him. 98 can really just has to kind of run his line, let the race come to him.
And take his eyes off of the rear view. Just focus on the track ahead.
Absolutely.
And I don't know about you, but the 13 and the 5 just seem like they can't get away from each other here in the third stage.
No.
Is that just me, or is it you also?
That's me also. I just watched Peyton Larson in the 54 dive into pit road.
Get a bump. The 5 gives the 98 a shot as they exit 4.
And here comes the 13. Really looking to try to get to the inside of that 98. Gamer Nerd is parking his car for the night. He's got to get off, got some stuff to do before he heads to school tomorrow. So thank you, Gamer Nerd, for coming out, racing with us for tonight. We'll see ya.
Thank you. Also for joining the pre-race chat and hanging out with us.
Absolutely. We'll catch you on the flip. But these top 3 have really put themselves together. And you know,
They really did.
You got the 22 of Scorpius really creeping on this picture. These guys got to be coming to pit road here pretty soon.
I'd say their pit window is going to happen within the next 3 or 4 laps.
I'd agree with that. Oh, I think the 13 it's his time for the 13.
The 13. So I'm almost positive that these guys are coming in.
The 99 will be coming in this time by. 98's coming in.
The 5's coming in. Oh, the 98 spins out.
No.
The 98 downshifted too early and spun out. Oh, heartbreak for Taylor gone sliding. Let's just see if he can capitalize.
Doesn't look like he's got too much damage on that car. I think he'll be okay in that sense of the word. But, there's a 22. 22, the 89, and the 20 all coming down. There's a 13, and the 13 passes the 5.
And Emily's out of the race.
She's out of the race.
I guess she's not feeling well and she's under the radar.
Oh. Well, I hope she feels better. Matt Martin finally came to pit road. There's the 18 working on the 10 of Jacob Williams.
Scorpius is exiting pit road. So is the 20.
I think after everything's all done and said, I think we're looking at our leader, the 54.
I'm thinking the same thing.
$30 to go. Dirty 30 with the 54 leading come to 29. So they got one more pit stop in them.
When do you pit?
Well, with Larson,
if you were in this race, when would you pit?
the question is, do you come early and hope there's not a caution? Which they've been caution-free this entire race so far.
That's where I'm at. I'm thinking I pit early, knowing there's not going to be a caution coming out.
I'd have to agree. You know?
Because if you think about it, there hasn't been a caution first stage, second stage there wasn't a caution. So I'm in my mind as a driver on the track right now, there's absolutely no way a caution's coming out.
Yeah. See, but
Especially
then you got
the way everyone's. Go ahead.
Oh, you have Peyton Larson, I think he's on that cusp of, he kind of put himself in a box of when he has to pit. I say we see Larson coming down with like 17 to go.
I can see that.
I think 17 to go is when the 54 team's going to come in and be like, hey, this is when our car runs the best, and this is what we're doing. Balls to the wall, run that car as hard as she can run this stint in the last stint, and hopefully come away with a victory, as they were 100 feet short last week.
Yep. So close by inches last week.
Inches. So, I think the 54 has got something to prove to this people. He is the points leader, but he has got something to prove. And here comes the 13.
And the 5 even.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have been up front all race long.
Yep. The best thing for the 54 right now is for that 5 and 13 to get side by side and let them run.
Yep.
And there it is, the 5 on the inside of the 13.
As you say it, it happens.
Yep.
And that 54 looks in the rear view and said, yes, let's go, baby.
Mm-hmm. 13 going high into the wall almost.
5 might have the run here.
But 54 is going to come up and give the draft to the 13 to keep them side by side. That's the best thing to do in this case scenario. Keep them side by side for as long as humanly possible. Let the 13 make that crossover move that he's making right now. And that's all this 54 can do. Keep them side by side. Keep them at bay. The 13 is going to make the slide job work.
Yeah. But the 5 going to... Nope, the 13 is going to give him the high side.
Mm-hmm.
So that way he keeps the momentum on the bottom.
Yep. Absolutely. That's all you have to do. Because the 5 going to send it down inside. No, going to use that momentum. Keep him going on the outside. We're going to run through the field real quick if you want to keep an eye on this front battle for us.
I can do that.
There's a 98 of Taylor gone sliding. Trying to rebound. He's probably about... He's 2 turns behind. Good 40% of the track. There's the 22 Scorpius. He has lost the front pack, sitting in 4th currently. There's Casey, sitting in 3rd. A Nat 20. In the 20. There's Marty Party. You know, Marty Party, he watches all my
54
tips.
on the wall. 13 new leader. Sorry, go ahead, Jade.
Oh, I just came up front to look at this real quick. I was gonna say the 89 of Marty Party, man. He looks for these tips and tricks videos I put out. He watches them every week, and apparently the Auto Club one never went up, or maybe it wasn't Auto Club. Maybe it was
Was it Atlanta?
No, it was last week. Last week was Auto Club, right?
Last week was Vegas.
Vegas. Then he was looking for the Vegas one, and it didn't post for some reason. So, but I made sure it was up on Sunday for everybody to watch. I even included a setup in it too. So, and I ran a full. There's the 54 coming to pit road.
Coming to pit road, like you said, you called it, Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when is the 13 and the 5 going to pit? I'd say as soon as I hear the 54s pitting, I'm pitting this lap right now.
The 22 is also on pit road. You want to know something funny? Coming to 18 to go.
Oh my gosh.
The 5 and the 13 are battling. The 90 or 99 went to pit road. He came with 18 to go. Now coming to 16 for these leaders. 16 laps to go. This is your last time to pit. Now the 54 was able to hold these guys off, but they're going to be able to take less fuel than him and go a little bit quicker. So what do you think's going to happen?
I'm thinking with Casey and the 13, they're going to try to put the 54 as many laps down as they possibly can. Run their tires down. And I think they're just going to get a splash of fuel in 4 tires.
Yep. Do you try the 2 tires here, though?
I have tried, and I have failed with the 2-tire rule here. If I've ever, I've only done it once, and it was done. It was a one and done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just could not get the car to turn after I got 2 tires.
So, the question is...
Is that a caution?
Caution's out!
Caution came out. A late caution. Wow. So that would put Larson in a great position right now. After pitting.
The thing with Larson, though, is... I don't know if he got his laps back.
Well, that's true. That is true.
So, now the issue... There's 7 cars on the lead lap, I'm hearing.
7 cars on the lead lap. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That puts the 54 mid-pack.
Sam Haskell's the leader?
Sam is the leader at Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not a joke.
Sam Haskell is leading for Fatal Motorsports.
With a late caution.
Coming to
getting
10.
a bump from the 98.
Oh, 22 in the wall hard.
We stay green.
$13 is taking over the lead. Oh, here comes Sam Haskell making his day hard for the 13. Can Sam Haskell get his first NASCAR win?
He's making that 13 work, Jade.
Oh my God! Look at the run he just took it in.
Look at the run he got.
Sam, don't let off in that situation. You get to his bumper and you push him out of the way. That's short track racing. You don't let off.
Especially here at Phoenix.
Oh yeah. Let that 13 run the outside lane. You get there, 11. You get there, Sam. Make him run, Sam. Here comes a 98 in the 5 and the 54. They're all coming. Well, Sam is...
The five was pushing the 98, see if he could get a run off, but Sam closed the door.
Yep.
Now the 5 under the 98.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got a little tight there. Made contact with the 98 of Taylor gone sliding.
Mm-hmm.
See if he's getting a run on Sam.
They just took 7, coming to 6 laps to go. Do you think they're done
13's
wrecking?
up front. I think so. I think we're gonna see green flag
Yep.
the rest of the way.
13's really opened up. Oh, not contact with the 98 and the
Contact
11.
all 3 of them.
Still, they're all
3
beating and
wide.
banging back there.
4 wide. Almost 4 wide as they entered the dogleg.
Coming to 5.
Now they're beating and banging.
They're
up
still
front
4
for
wide.
second. And 54 got into the 5. They keep it straight. They're just letting this 13, and the 13 is just loving this.
Mm-hmm.
The crew and everybody, everyone at the hauler, they're loving this right now.
Yep. Coming to 3. I don't even know what to say about this group back here.
I don't know. The 98 door is Casey.
Mm-hmm. Look at it. Look at them all going there. 2 to go. And the 98 break away. This group. 3. They just took 3. I'm sorry. Oh, contacting 11 and the 5. The 11's had the 54 beat up his bumper that entire turn. The 5's going to give him a little bump going down the straight saying, hey man, I didn't like that, didn't appreciate it. Oh, the 5's just going to...
Give it to him again?
Yep.
Or did he get pushed from behind?
I think he got it. Just gave it to him again.
Casey, get
2.
some.
The 11 going way down low to try to get the 5 off his bumper.
Down there.
Go, Sam, go. Battling for career high finish.
I think his best finish was what? 9th?
I think it was,
And that was last
second.
week? Oh,
Well,
was it?
second
It
last
wasn't
season.
second.
Last season was like second.
Gotcha. I think this season was 9th, and that was last week.
They're so battling, but they're all chasing this man right here, the 13.
I don't think they have enough laps to get it
No.
done after battling so hard. But this 20 and the 98, they're
He's going to
getting
win.
into it.
13's going to win.
13 takes it.
Caution.
13, 98, and the 20. Anthony Trippi wins it in the 13 car here at ISM, or Phoenix for those cultured. But other than that, I'm going to invite them in here to get them in here for post-race.
And I'm going to get off here and head to bed. It was great talking with you, Jade. Great race, everybody. Loved it. So far, best race of the season. Great job to everyone, especially the top 5.
Trying to get people in here to talk with them. There's Stranded. Stranded, I'm not friends with Taylor Gone Sliding. Could you possibly get him in here?
Yeah, if I don't die.
Then,
Which booth chat?
the one that we're in.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find it.
You're in the booth chat.
I know. I was trying to find it in my messages. So
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
I just need to get chocolate milk to help with this because it was actually.
Hey, buddy.
We gotcha.
Alright, so trying to get a nat 20 in here. We can have
He's in
a...
here.
What?
He's in here.
Oh, is he in here?
Oh, just shit.
Alright. Make sure your voices are all allowed to share before we kick off post-race here. We'll check it real quick just to make sure. Party settings. Then allow your voice to be shared, and then hit always allow. Alright, y'all good? Okay. So we're going to talk to our third place finisher. So, which one of you finished in third place? Because I didn't hear quite which ones. No one told me.
That was me. That was me. It was
Nat.
Nat finished 20?
Yeah.
Or third, sorry, not 20. He's... Alright, as you can tell, it's been a very long day for me. So,
But a very good race.
Yeah, you guys put on one heck of a show. One caution at the end of the race. You guys did a fantastic job.
That caution was right when I needed it, too, because
Yeah.
I had no business being in the top 3. I spiked the wall and got all that side damage early on in the run, so I kind of just was trying to pick my way through the field as best I could with the damage. Maybe get like a top 6, and that really helped me.
Absolutely. So this is your highest finish here in the WRL, especially here in the Busch series. There's a lot of talent in the Busch series, and there's a that with a lot of the Cup guys to come down and kind of try and help you guys out, show you different ways to do things, and allowing you guys to make that jump. But you mentioned the damage. Obviously that hindered your car a good bit.
Yeah,
but
I knew I had a top 3 in my future is destined because I got added to this chat before the race, and I knew I had to pull the top 3 out, get here and talk with you. Give my thanks to you and Dash for Cash for racing with me. And, Taylor, that was a great walk.
Thanks.
I was trying to get around you. I was hoping you'd give me a lane, do it cleanly. I love short tracks and road courses. I think that's where I'm going to be able to shine kind of the most. But I guess next time I'll go for the bumper run on you, because there's no other way of getting around you.
Yeah. You guys put on one heck of a race. Alex and I were sitting in here, watching this race, and half the time we're speechless trying to figure out what the hell to say. So exactly. You guys are just, going.
I had no idea what to say when you guys were 3 wide for the lead there for at least 5 laps.
For a while, there was like 6 or 8 of us in a train just going, and if any of us made a mistake, it would have been catastrophic. That was really fun, just knowing that there's so many guys that can compete. And I don't know who's Cup and who's Busch exactly, so I don't really know if I'm racing someone for points or for clout or whatever, so I kind of just got to race everybody the same. I don't know who they are.
Well, the 3 cars that were Cup guys tonight were the 44, the 18, and the 13. So, take that as you will. I know there was some issues that are going to be talked about, but overall, you guys did a great job tonight. So proud of you guys, and I was actually trying to get you in here to talk to you in pre-race a little bit, try to get you out to the viewers and sponsors and everyone listening in, and trying to get everyone in at least once during the season before playoffs kick off.
Just so that everyone knows who you are and what you're here to accomplish.
Yeah.
I got you. I was a little late. I was showering as part of my pre-race, trying to get calm, get ready. It seems like it worked out. I'd rather introduce myself this way, kind of earning it.
Absolutely. I don't blame you for it, but
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And I really like the chance to race at tracks like these because there's so many lanes, and honestly, the slider makes a huge difference here in the setup. So tracks like these, it's just really easy to put on fun racing.
Absolutely, I do agree with that. Well, I want to wish you, congratulations on your 3rd place. Definitely going to help you out in some points here when I get them up later here in about an hour or so. But great job tonight. Proud of you. Proud of the job you Busch guys are putting on. You guys have come a long way since Daytona.
For sure. I would agree with that 100%.
Absolutely, and welcome to the WRL. I don't think I've actually ever talked to you person to person, I think
I've been listening to you on the big screen. Every time you say my name in the booth, mention Dash for Cash, I blush a little bit, get a little flustered, to get a little excited, It's good to be in here.
It's good to be. We definitely try to bring a family atmosphere and also a team atmosphere to the league itself with driver championship and constructor. So we definitely try to shake it up a little bit. But congratulations on 3rd place tonight.
Thanks.
Absolutely. We're gonna move on to our 2nd place winner, Taylor Gone Sliding. Taylor, I think this is the first time I've actually talked to you as well.
Yeah, it is.
So, welcome to the WRL. Great time to have a first conversation with you.
Yeah.
You were pretty quick all night long, up there battling top 5, top 6 all night long, especially with your team owner who, you were so close so many times to beating here tonight where I thought you could get around him, but at the end, he just ran away.
Yeah, it was fun. That caution helped me a lot because I wrecked going into pit road.
Yeah, we saw that. We made mention of that. And we were like, that's a deal breaker, and the guy was saying, he doesn't look like he's got too much damage. Maybe he can, still salvage a top 5 out of this. He's fast enough for it, so we'll find out here towards the end of the race. But just go ahead and just talk us through your day a little bit.
Well, it was pretty fun. It was fun racing the 5 and the 13. They were both really quick, especially the 5. And Scorpius, my teammate, he helped out a little bit he was 3rd, he was blocking behind him, so it was fun overall. I tried to race everyone as clean as I possibly could, but yeah. And then I got to work on the pitting. That's what I got to work on.
The biggest piece of advice I could give you with pitting is do not downshift. That's your
what I did. That's what I did, and it sent me right into the wall.
Alex called it.
Yeah.
He's
as soon
sitting
as
here
you-
like he downshifted. That's what he had to have done. We.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I was so mad.
Well, it's all good though. You came home second, which is not a bad place to be. It's
Yeah.
really not. You seem to accumulate a lot of points here. But like I said, when I get points up, they'll be up for you guys tonight.
Alright.
But congratulations on second place. There's nothing wrong with coming home first loser, because at the end of the day, the wins matter, the playoff points matter, but points getting to playoffs matters first. So, congrats on your second place.
Yeah, I told Scorpius I had to get points coming into this race, and I finished first in stage 2, and I think 5th in stage 1. So
It's like I said, it's not a bad run. Just keep it running. That's all you got to do.
yes, sir.
That's
Thank
all
you.
That's all you got to do. Now we're gonna talk to our winner of tonight's Busch race, the owner of Stranded Motorsports, Mr. Anthony Trippi himself. Stranded, how you doing, buddy?
Terrible. I'm sick.
Well, sick or not, you climbed in the car, you got the job done, you came home. What'd you learn tonight that you can carry on to tomorrow?
Nothing. Just find the most unique line you can, because it seemed to be working.
Now, you weren't really up front during or after qualifying. You had to really pick your way up front, and we really didn't see you until you got to till the end of the first stage. So, how'd you manage to pick through the field?
Well, the car was terrible on the short run each and every time. Most of the time it just was too tight and pushing, and something that you can't deal with when you're driving. So kind of towards the end of that fourth stage, I kind of started to find what works with the car late run, and I started to find this unique line that I was running very consistent lap times with when I was on fresh tires too. And then I just kept running that line the whole race, and it seemed to work.
Well, now, what adjustments did you have to make to the car to make your car turn the way you wanted to? And obviously, you hinted that you were working with more of a late run car rather than a short run car.
Actually, I mean, realistically, I didn't make any changes to the car. I kind of just, once we got to the long run, and I started to get back in my groove, that's when I knew that once I hit my groove, I was good. Last time I raced at Phoenix in a league, I won it on pit strategy, and I just kind of went back to the Heat 4 strategy I had.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the cool thing about these games, is that they build off the previous game, and some strategies work, some strategies don't, and tonight it definitely panned out for you. Happy for you, bringing home, not necessarily for your team, but a win nonetheless. So congratulations.
Yeah, I needed something for my confidence, especially when I feel like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's about all I got from Phoenix here tonight. Alex, you got anything?
Nope, other than great racing. I loved every minute of broadcasting this race for you guys. I loved it. Best race so far this season for me. Great job.
With that being said, we're going to sign off here from Phoenix, wishing everybody to stay healthy, happy. So, from the WRL, that's all we got. Have a good night, everybody.